Hi, in this video, let's take a look at the settings section of the NuovoTeam dashboard. On heading to the settings section from the dashboard, we see three options that are app configuration, PTT settings, and location settings. Under app configuration, we have feature configuration, team and user settings, contact list settings, one-on-one chat settings, and media settings. From the feature configuration section, we can enable or disable channel PTT and messaging. We can also control one-on-one messaging and voice and video calls. The last option is to hide the contact section from the mobile users. Under team and user settings, we see the first option is to auto-update the user team and name if NuovoTeam is integrated with an MDM solution like ScaleFusion. The second option is to give the users an option to update the display name and phone number. Lastly, the third option is to allow the users to set nicknames for their contacts which will be only visible to them. The set contact list limit helps you to set number of contacts visible to the user at a given time. Under one-on-one chat settings, we can allow the users to copy, edit, delete, and forward sent messages. The media settings allows us to set the maximum file size for sharing media files. Moving to the PTT settings, there are two sections which are push to talk settings and SOS settings. Under push to talk settings, we can choose to enable or disable individual or team based PTT features or enable it only during the work schedule set by us. The next option is for dedicated PTT devices where we have an option to choose the app behavior when the PTT key is pressed. The last option is to choose whether to launch the NuovoTeam app or let it run in the background while receiving a PTT message. Coming to the SOS settings, the option we get is to enable or disable the SOS channel. Then we can set the channel name and choose who can respond to SOS messages. Then we choose whether to show a dedicated floating SOS button or not. And lastly, we can choose whether the SOS response will be delivered to all the recipients or only the person who sent the SOS. Moving to the last section, that is the location settings. We can see location settings and app inactive settings. We can enable location tracking and also force the users to enable location if needed. We can also choose to track location only during the work hours to maintain user privacy. The next option is to alert the user to turn on their GPS if they have turned it off. Under location sync settings, we can choose the accuracy and tracking mode along with the location collection and sampling frequency. The app inactive section is for iOS users where we can choose to display a pop-up message to the end user if they are inactive on the app for more than the selected time. This was all about the settings section and I hope that this makes things easier for you.